that's being discussed as far as an economic development engine for Nassau County. And the other major area where there is potential for economic development in Nassau County is at Jones Beach. If anybody's been down there recently at the site of the old restaurant that used to be there, the Robert Moses restaurant that used to be there, right now what you have is in a sense, a makeshift concrete wall. That's all you can see. If you walk inside of that wall, which I had the opportunity to do last week, it looks like something out of that you would see on the Discovery Channel. It's terrible. It really looks terrible. It's completely underdeveloped. My guess is there are probably mosquitoes breeding there. It really looks very ugly. It doesn't look like something that we would expect to see in Nassau County, which I'm assuming is why there is this makeshift concrete wall blocking everybody's ability to actually view this area. So what we have now is the opportunity to develop this area and to make it a first-class facility, a first-class destination, which can act as, and which would act as an economic development engine for the county, which is something that I think at this time we very, very desperately need. So that's what, that's sort of the shell of what Trump on the Ocean could become. Now, there's no doubt that if it was called Stein on the Ocean, or O'Malley on the Ocean, or whatever, I don't even know if we would be here discussing it, if it would be getting the media attention that it is. But the fact is, it is Donald Trump, and he was here last week at a rally where we had a couple of hundred people out rallying in support of the project, and there were about 3 or 4 people there who were in opposition, but the support was overwhelming for the project. And he tends to bring a following with him. A lot of media attention at the rally, and I'm sure you've seen it in the newspapers. I'm sure you're hearing about it, and it's certainly caused a stir, and that's good, because what we need here in Nassau County is to cause a stir to get people talking about these kind of issues, to get these things moving forward. So that's sort of my background. I know that some people might have some questions, some issues with the project, and I would be happy to answer them to the best of my ability. So I'm more than happy to hear what people have to say, and I'll try to answer your questions as best I can.
What's the issue?
What's the issue?
Yeah, how come it doesn't go forward? How come the construction hasn't started?
Right now, the issue comes down to a building permit, which has to be issued by the state.
The state or the county?
The state. It's Jones Beach is New York State land, and the New York State would have to issue that building permit, specifically the New York State Department of Parks, which of course oversees Jones Beach. It is currently, the issuance of that permit is currently mired in litigation. A New York State Supreme Court judge ruled in favor of the Trump Organization in respect to being able to go forward with having the permit issued and being able to begin building. But the state is currently appealing that decision.